Hola, clase, y bienvenidos a mi podcast de educación. I'm Sean Allen, Spanish 3 student. Today we're going to be talking about this family here, the Spanish royal family. And while we're not going to be talking about every member depicted here, really just the main six here, let's begin. First off, we're going to be talking about the two people here in the middle. Juan Carlos I, former King of Spain, and his wife. So here's some picture of them on their own. And some major things you need to know about Juan Carlos on the right is that he was actually born in Rome, Italy. So that's pretty cool. And he was born on the 5th of January, 1938. At that point, his family was exiled due to the Spanish Civil War. And he became king after his family had befriended Francisco Franco. And after his death, he became king and was crowned on November 22nd, 1975. And he is currently living at a place. I'm gonna make sure I'm pronouncing this right. It's called Zarzula Palace, with his wife, Queen Sofia Spain. She's depicted on the left, and something fun to mention and actually really cool that Parliament did for this family is even though they are no longer the reigning king and queen of Spain, they have kept all their titles. All of them, king and queen, they are both referred to as king and queen. Spain's parliament decided to do that to honor their years of service to the country. Now, something else real quick before we go moving on is I want to mention is something called a style, and a style is kind of like the pronoun that goes around and follows royalty, and it's said that they carry that title. So, in the case of Juan Carlos and Queen Sofia here, they both carry the style of His and Her Majesty. So that's something really cool. Next people to mention are the children of Sofia and Juan Carlos, and they are the current king of Spain, Felipe VI, on the left here, and his two sisters, Elena, whose title is Infanta Elena, Duchess of Luego, and Cristina Frederica, Infanta of Spain. Elena was born on December 20th, 1963, and Cristina Frederica, Infanta of Spain, was born on sorry, lost my place for a second, was born on June 13th, 1965. Other important notes about these two noble women are Christina actually got a degree here in the States from the University of New York, so that's really cool. She's also the sixth in line for the throne. And Elena is third in line, and both are married, and they both have children, so that's cool. Moving on, one thing to note here is that while all the members that we've talked about so far are royalty, and the families of the infantas are royalties too, the in title, so by title and by style, um, royal family of Spain are actually these four here, plus Juan Carlos and Sofia. And who we have here, we have the current king of Spain, we have King Felipe VI, we have his wife, Queen Letizia, and then their two daughters, I can't pronounce her name right, but Lenore, she is the heir to the throne, and we have Sophia, sorry, lost my place once again, and she is the younger of the two sisters. So anyway, uh, let's talk about this guy right here, standing in front of his Spanish flag, full of lots of patriotic pride for his country. This is Felipe VI, King of Spain. His official title is Don Felipe VI. He's actually a really cool person, and he was born on January 30th, 1968, and ascended the throne on June 19th, 2014, after most of most of the royal family was implied in a tax scandal that revolved around his elder sister. Although it was a really big scandal and there was a lot of court proceedings and rulings, he came out of this incident mostly unscathed, as he was one of the few people in the family that was not um, implied or harmed by any of the proceedings. So he's a very popular figurehead in Spain. Some other interesting facts about him is that his style, like his father before him, is His Majesty, and he actually received a master's degree in international relations from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C., and he is currently the reigning king of Spain and very popular, like I said earlier. Anyway, moving on, we have Donna Letizia, Queen of Spain. She was born on the 15th of September, 1972, to a middle-class family. She's actually not she was not actually born into anything royal or rich, and she married her first husband, who was not the king, in 1998, and later divorced him in 1999, so that didn't really work out. And then on November 1st, 2003, the royal family took a very big surprise to the public and announced the engagement of their son, the current king of Spain, Felipe, and Letizia. And this was a shock because people had seen them in public together, and there were like tabloids and stuff about the relationship. There was nothing serious or official, according to the public. And then all of a sudden, the royal family came out with this engagement. So that was a big shock to a lot of people who were really following the royal family. Anyway, moving on to the last people we're going to talk about, we have the daughters of Letizia and Felipe. Here on the right, we have Lenore, heir to the throne, and her official title is Princess of Asturias. She was born on October 31st, 2005, and she is heir to the throne. And here on the left, we have Infanta Sofia of Spain. She is the younger sister and was born on April 29th, 2007. And even though they look very similar, trust me, they are different. They could be twins, but... and a cool thing to know about both of them is that they both have the style of Her Royal Highness. Well, anyway, that is the Spanish royal family, and I hope that's helpful.